Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Taurus Truth Tarot, where we are all Taurus all the time. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. My name is Shannon Colleen. I'm a Taurus Sun and Venus. We're going to get our daily message. Before we do, just want to remind everybody I am available for personal readings. There will be a link here at the end of this reading, a little lotus flower. You can click on that. It takes you to my booking site, or you can click on the link in the description box below. So let's get into it and see what the message is. Divine Source Creator, what is the overall energy? Show us clearly. What is the overall energy? Show us clearly, please. Divine Source Creator, what is the overall energy? Ooh, okay. Ooh, all right. We have the Angel of Strength. Okay, so we're going through a period of change, right? We have the 50, which is a 5 in numerology. And there is a period of change that we're going through. I know you all can feel it. We got big changes coming. And I want you to understand something here, Taurus. You're going to be able to see truth like you've never seen before. We talk about seeing through the matrix or the veil. And there are so many things coming to light everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. Now, when it's coming to, or when it's speaking about your own life, Taurus, you're going to see some big changes because you're seeing through, yes, I want to say the veil, but it's almost bigger than that, okay? I want to say you're dissolving, the rose-colored glasses. We're very optimistic, as we should be. Absolutely. I'm one of the most optimistic people in the world. But our optimism shouldn't get in the way of seeing situations and truth for what they are. So a lot of you are, and the reason I'm saying that is bottom of the deck we have deceit. Okay? So you're seeing through the lies. Now, those lies, I will tell you, first and foremost, yes, of course, it can be people that you thought were kind of on your side, but you realize they're really not. It could be the lies of your boss telling you that there's no room for a pay raise. It could be any of those things. It could be outside of you, absolutely. And it's okay. You're not upset about it. You're just glad you can now see it. However, it can be within yourself. This is all about our self-awareness, too. The deceit that we tell ourselves, whether that be I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, things never change for me, right? It's like I feel like the divine is saying take a good deep look at you within you first, right? So are we making excuses? Are we procrastinating? Are we playing victim mode? Are we lying to ourselves? And that doesn't mean anything's bad or wrong. It just means that you're seeing kind of through a little bit of your own BS of what might be holding you back from what you desire. Now, again, I don't want to put blame on anybody, but, and I'm not calling you out because I do it too. I'm no different than anybody else when it comes to that. It's a matter of having the strength to change. It's a matter of having the strength to not lie to yourself anymore, thinking that you can't, or I have to do this first, or I must have this in order to change. This is now the time to stand up. It's like standing up to yourself, saying, no, Taurus, I can do this. I've been making excuses why I can't do this, that, the other. And a lot of that is programming, okay? So again, not to blame ourselves, a lot of that has been programming. So for instance, that things are hard to come by, money's hard to come by, or I can't do this without this approval. And I really feel like Taurus is stepping out and saying, it's almost a sense of this willpower, this huge willpower. No, I'm going to stop making excuses and I'm going to make things happen here. And there's so many examples we can use. And even though this is timeless, Taurus, it's like, beginning of the year. So it's like making excuses not to go to the gym, right? when we have plenty of time. And we all think we don't have time in our days, but it's about prioritizing. So I feel like not only are you seeing through others and situations, work situations, personal situations, where it's like, okay, I have the strength to now see this for what it is, but also within self. And when you do that within self, that's when you can make the big changes, right? And it's not necessarily a temporary thing. It's not like my New Year's resolution, I'm going to start going to the gym, and then after 2 weeks you stop. And again, that's just one example. But I do feel like you're facing yourself in the mirror, and it's almost like you're your own coach. Okay, you're your own coach. You're your own motivator. You are the one that's looking in the mirror and saying, no, I got this. No, I'm going to make these changes. Have I really put effort into it? And it's kind of funny. They show me some strange things when I'm channeling. And a lot of you may know this or may not know this movie, but they're showing me the movie The Devil Wears Prada. And there's a point in the movie where she goes in to complain about her boss to Stanley Tucci. And, she's like, oh, woe is me, this and that, the other. If I do something good, she doesn't praise me. If I do something bad, she just, da 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 da. And he lets her have it in a good way. He makes her recognize that she isn't really putting in the true effort that she needs to put in to be successful. So, again, not calling out, just saying, yeah, see, that inner conflict, right? Sometimes we lie to ourselves, right? That's the best way I can explain it through them channeling it. It's really time to step up in your own right and be your own coach, be your own cheerleader, be your, sometimes coaches, if we think about sports, they can be pretty tough, right? It's time to be tough on yourself in the good way, in the way to motivate yourself and get yourself driven to succeed. So let's see what's going on here. Show me clearly, please. Thank you. Yeah, you need to heal from yourself. And again, for some of you, this is definitely outside. We always have outside conflict, that Five of Swords. There's always seems to be something going on, right? But we're not going to focus on so much of that as we're going to focus on ourselves. Where can I improve in my life? Where can I do more? Whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, where can I heal? Where can I reflect and say, I'm the one who's holding myself back, right? I'm the way we held ourselves, or that I held myself back. Because it's kind of funny, they're showing me the Eight of Swords in another deck where she is looking in the mirror. She's reflecting in a mirror, and she looks all tied up, right? Eight of Swords all tied up. But in reality, she's not. So let's see what we got going on here. Wish fulfillment. Yeah, you got to put these burdens down. And these are our own burdens that we place on ourselves. And it's okay to have a day of doing nothing. I recently had pretty much a whole day of sitting on the couch and doing just about nothing, right? And that is okay to have that once in a while. We need that reprieve, if you will. But now I feel like it's time to start taking action. And I think that if you do this self-reflection and you see that you can be the one that's holding yourself back and it's not necessarily others, that you can put those burdens down. The deceit, the lies we tell ourselves. Yeah. Yep. So you're stealing from yourself right now. And you probably have been on and off for a while. And that's okay. Again, not calling you out. It's just Spirit is saying, how have you been stealing from yourself? How have you been limiting your own potential? And what I like about this is that the 10 is an ending, and the 7 of Swords not only talks about that, how you've been stealing from yourself, but it also talks about having a new strategy and a new plan. I think Taurus has really been doing that, right? Really been thinking quite a bit about what changes need to be made within self. Okay? Show me clearly. Thank you. In order to get the wish fulfillment, I love to see this Eight of Pentacles. Putting the work in. Now we're putting the work in. And again, this feels very much from within. I'm putting the work into myself. I am going to make the changes. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to heal from past energy. I'm going to heal from my own past energy where I thought the world was out to get me when I know that's not true. Like, this just feels very honest. But I do feel like you do get a new strategy. You do start putting the work into yourself. And it does feel a little bit like hermit mode. So some of the readings that have been coming out have been talking about being seen, Taurus, and to go to the party or go on the invite. And I still believe that that is part of it. And that is something that needs to be done for Taurus. Taurus needs to be out there, needs to go out when they are invited, right? However, I also feel when you have your alone time or your I guess it would be alone time. When you have the time when you're not out in public, when you're not out doing the networking, if you will, you're really putting the work into this self-reflection to say, okay, where have I been lying to myself about what I'm capable of and what I'm not? Show me clearly. Some of you are going to want to book a super conscious Reiki session with me because a lot of this is in the subconscious and it needs to be cleared out because we live 95% of our day-to-day life through that subconscious, through those old habits. And when we do that, nothing changes, right? Show me clearly. Yeah. The devil. Look at that devil. So I normally don't get a bad feeling from the devil. However, with this particular reading, Taurus, this is, again, the devil within us. We are our own worst enemies. We're our own worst critics. We are our own procrastinators, right? And I feel like the spiritual realm is saying, we have free will. It's your choice to release this energy. Because if you notice, the chains that are around their necks are very loose. They could easily just lift them over their head and walk away. So it's not an outside source. That is the inside. That is the, oh, I can't do that. I'm not that creative. I'm not that smart. I'm not this, that, the other. Oh, I've got to do this, that, and the other before I can do this, right? And I feel like if you can recognize the devil within, which is basically doubt and fear and procrastination, if you can recognize that and you can work on getting rid of that energy within you, that's where the big changes come, because the light of the angel of strength is always going to beat the dark of the devil. And remember, that's self-doubt. It's so many things that's within us. Show me clearly. We're our own worst enemy sometimes, right? Whoa. Yeah, see? There's that conflict. Inner conflict, right? It's still showing up at the bottom of the deck. So that tells me that it's within. But look what happens. If you work with... See, I knew it. I knew that hermit was going to come out. Because, again, you should still be... This is more contemplation in your downtime or when you're not out in public and, like I said, being seen. Reflecting. Right? That hermit has the star card right there. Right in there. Right in that lantern. How do I really want to choose to live? Do I want to live in the dark of my own, or do I want to be in the sun? And look at all this major arcana here, too. Like, so much beautiful energy. Even the devil's beautiful energy, because, again, it's that self-awareness of what you're really doing. And I feel like this goes on the day-to-day, too. Like, what are your daily habits, and where do some need to be let go, right? Like, I can't start my day without that first cup of coffee. And trust me, I felt the same way. I drink decaf now because it was giving me jitters and it just started wreaking havoc on my life. And I thought that was going to be a big deal. It wasn't, right? So again, it's these It's from within. It's the things we think from within. And those are things we've got to heal from and we've got to change. But I love this sun because that's the new beginning. That's a fresh start. That is freedom. And that is there for you. You've got way too much light in this reading to sit in the dark. No more sitting in the dark. Okay? Yeah, I like that. No more sitting in the dark. What else do we have for Taurus, please? Thank you. So we have chair filled here. Someone new is entering your life, so you need to prepare for that by releasing the dark. These are good, light-hearted, bright souls that come in because you're bright, because you're facing your inner demons, if you will. Let's see what else we have. Sorry for the background noise. Show me clearly. Oh, dog. I like this. I love this. Pleasure with a close friend, which means the right people are going to come in because you recognize your own deceit, lying to yourself, right? And then shield. You need to defend yourself from yourself. Defend yourself from yourself, right? It's time to open up. I love it. And you'll find great happiness. You will. But we have to face the mirror, right? We got to face the mirror. So, Taurus, with that being said, don't forget to like, share, and comment. I read each and every one. Definitely book your personal reading here, and all of my love, light, and blessings to you until next time.